Welcome to Reckless Paradise, everyone. I'm your host, Marissa. I'm here with my co-host, Dystro. Say hi.
Hello, everyone.
Oh my god, that audio is like bass boosted.
I'm trying something.
It's okay, it's okay. Anyways, welcome to the show, everybody. Happy Thursday. I'm like getting my Thursdays and Sundays mixed up now. Oh my god. Every day feels the same. But I hope everybody
Yeah.
had a really good week. Also, wow, that audio is loud. Whew, I gotta turn it down.
For those that don't know, it's because I have a new mic and I'm trying it out.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm just gonna like turn my volume down on my end because like I don't want to blow my ears out. Um,
Yeah.
it's all good though. So, anyways, I hope everybody's having a really good week. We are getting hit with a snowstorm right now as we speak, and we've got like two other snowstorms coming after that this upcoming week. So like it's mayhem. We'll call it. It's mayhem.
Yeah.
Oh, I think he's switching mics. Um,
Yeah. I'm just gonna get rid of this other one because it's being a piece of shit.
POS. Anyways, thank you guys for joining tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's episode. This is Shoot the Shit, episode 3. If you guys aren't familiar with Shoot the Shit, please go take a look at our other two episodes we did before. We basically have no set topic. We just talk about literally anything that comes to mind. It gets uncensored, like basically anything.
Yep. 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 Yep.
Yep,
Yep.
just
Yep.
another relaxing night on the pod. We tend to do this once a month now. I believe we started this in November, and I told y'all we're gonna do this at least once a month, just to unwind, relax, talk about whatever. So let's get started. So, Daystro, how was your day?
How was my day? Oh boy. Um,
Ah,
tiresome, I should say.
I bet.
It's like my eyes are feel like they want to close,
Oh boy.
but I'm just trying to not smacking myself, but try to make myself awake.
I mean, we gotta listen to Blink later, but if you want, we can postpone it.
No, 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 no. It's what my eyes do all the time, but it's like I always stay up till like fucking
2 in the
11
morning.
o'clock. No, I'm not doing that again.
Oh my god, my day was. I don't even want to talk about my day. I really don't. But hey, after like the sun went down, my day got really good. So
Yeah, yeah, that's true. It's
let's just
better
say
than
I've been like on pins and needles all day. Just like it's one of those days, and it's just part of healing, like from traumatic stuff. Like y'all should know what I'm talking about by now. I mentioned this plenty of times on the show. It's just part of it. And I'm trying to tell myself that you're going to have bad days like this, but you can't let them like control you. Like you can't let them overpower your good days that you have to come. So that's kind of like the mindset I'm in right now. And plus, I listened to a little bit of music before recording, so that really helped. Speaking of music, oh my god. So yesterday, Fall Out Boy dropped their new single "Love from the Other Side" and also announced they have an album coming out March 24th. Oh my god, I am so excited.
Hmm.
It's called So
I
Much for Stardust.
so I am too, actually, because it's like we haven't heard anything from them in like what, like
5 years
5 years? Yeah.
since January 2018 when they dropped Mania, which I have that album. Really different album, I guess we could put it that way, from Fall Out Boy. A lot of people had mixed reviews about it because they took more of a swing towards the pop genre, which I mean, it's not like I mentioned this before. It's not a bad thing to try different things with bands. Sometimes you have to explore out of your comfort zone and test the waters. If your fans don't like it, they don't. Go back to the drawing board and try something else. If the fans do like it, that's great. It's a win. But again, with that album, a lot of people had mixed reviews, which I can see why. A lot of people are used to the old school Fall Out Boy stuff, And that's what this kind of new album I think is bringing to the table. It's bringing the old school stuff back from like Infinity on High from '07, especially with this new song. Like fucking amazing guitar. Like wow.
I like the drum work from Andy too.
Oh yeah, Andy. He's like again one of those underrated drummers that not many people talk about, but
Hmm.
they really should. He's really good. And then we also heard the news that guitarist Joe Truman is stepping away from the band to focus on his mental health, which that is really smart of him to do. I'm glad that he's like putting himself first and recognizing that his mental health has been on the rocks lately. It, it's a strong thing for somebody to do, and I'm glad that he's taking time off.
Hmm. It's good to do that because it's like you said, like, it's good to step away and focus on yourself and your mental health, and at least the album is done and
Yes.
he doesn't have to miss anything. Uh, like, yeah, it's like 2 months away, so it's like it's coming out like pretty quick.
Yeah, and like less than two. Well, actually, about 2 months. Today is the 19th.
Well,
Um,
yeah.
but my kind of fear is that they push the album date back. Because You Me at Six also has an album coming out. It was supposed to come out this month. They pushed it back to February, I think 10th, due to the shortage of vinyls being produced. They want to ensure that everybody can get a copy of the vinyl if they would like. But of course, with the worldwide vinyl shortage issue that we also had last year, a lot of groups pushed their albums dates back a little bit. Like Shinedown, I know pushed theirs from like April to July last year because of the vinyl shortage. Which sucks because like I know how quickly people want to hear this new music from their favorite groups and stuff and want to purchase the music, and it sucks when you hear that they have to push the date back because of some issue, and in this case, like I said, vinyl shortage. um I know last year with Billy Talent's new record, with the vinyl shortage, some people didn't get their vinyl copy till spring.
Wow, that's
Now, for
crazy.
me, I got the CD and I put it on pre-order. I
Hmm.
pre-ordered it 2 weeks before the release date. I got my CD like 5 days after the release date, so I got very lucky because obviously I don't collect vinyls, which I kind of want to, but like I don't have a vinyl record and they're kind of big. But I don't know. But yeah, I really hope that even though there is a vinyl shortage going on right now, I hope that Fall Out Boy doesn't push their date back a little bit. Like, I mean, I understand if they did, but I really am killing to hear some new music from Fall Out Boy. I have been a fan for 9 years now. I'm ready.
I've been a fan of theirs from, I would say, like, maybe middle school,
Yep,
give or
me
take.
too. Me too.
Like, give or take. I was like, give or take. It's been a little bit.
Next year it'll be 10 years since I have become a Fall Out Boy fan. I think I found them the summer of, I'm gonna say seventh grade going into eighth. I think no, it was sixth grade going into seventh. I found them that summer, and I was just in love. I found the Mighty Fall, which is from Save Rock and Roll, which turns 10
Hmm.
this year. That was like the first track I found by them because it was the theme song for a WWE pay per view in 2013. So
The song that got me into them was "Thanks for the Memories," I believe.
huh, from Infinity on High. We need to freaking listen to that album.
Yeah. It was like that. It was there was the takeover, the breaks, yeah, the takeover, the
Take over the
breaks
breaks
over,
over.
um the whole um album with the Mighty Fall in it.
Yeah, Save Rock and Roll.
It was like that whole album. Like, I had listened to it, mm, 2019, I believe,
Really, that was
like
my
in full.
first album I listened to in full by Fall Out Boy.
It was
Probably
like
my favorite album by Fall Out Boy.
it's like, yeah, because I was in Tennessee at the time in 2018, and like I have listened to it like I think in full one day. I was like, okay. I was like, just gonna add it to the playlist. And
Yeah, we definitely got to do some Fall Out Boy stuff this year. Even though we kind of did a little bit last year, like on the pod, but like in like one-on-one stuff, like listening and stuff, like we didn't do anything. So we definitely need to do that. Revisit the videos that we did last year and compare them to after we listened to Fall Out Boy stuff. Because there's some
Mhm.
albums I have not listened to, like Folie à Deux or something like that. I can't never pronounce it. That album I haven't listened to in full, and a lot of their older stuff as well. I'd also like to listen to, like I said, Infinity on High. Basically anything from 2013 to now, I've listened to. Like from Save Rock and Roll, American Beauty, American Psycho, and Mania. I've listened to all three of those albums myself, multiple times. Plus, I own Mania, like I'd mentioned. But yeah, we're gonna have to do some Fall Out Boy stuff this year. There's only 7 albums plus this one. This is number 8, so
Yeah.
pretty interesting. Let's see. What new music have you found this past month? Like this past month in general, like what kind of music have you found? Like stumbled upon or got recommended to listen to?
Well, lately we've been doing the Blink-182 pilgrimage and stuff. We just listened to Enema of the State, uh, like last week,
Yeah, a week from today, we did.
and then we listened to Neighborhoods. Um, both albums are really good. Um, I didn't listen to like any of those albums in full. Like all of these albums that we're gonna be listening to, like they're all new to me. But it's like there's some songs that I do know, like from Neighborhoods. Like the only one that I know was Up All Night. That was it.
Oh,
And
excuse me.
then the end of the state was like the three big ones like Adam's song, What's My Age Again, and All the Small Things. Like those are the three top ones from that album. And like the one that we're gonna be doing tonight, Californians, like I know Bored to Death and She's Out of Her Mind. That's it.
I'm a little nervous for this album because this is the first album without Tom.
Hmm.
So like it's gonna be a little different. I've heard mixed reviews about this one as well, just like I did with Neighborhoods, even though Neighborhoods still had Tom in it. But Um, Neighborhoods is really good. Like I am so biased towards that album. It's really good. I like the vibe of it all. I can't wait to do the breakdown episode and share it with you guys. I think I have that set for sometime next month. But yeah, we're doing our Blink-182 pilgrimage. I'd say how many albums? There's like 9. Let me
Um,
check. Hold on. I got a list somewhere around here. Oh man, I've got so many notes on my notes app here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, there is 9, and then we have a new one coming out this year, so that'll be number 10. Um, so yeah, we're gonna be almost halfway through by next week, because next week we are doing the actual self-titled Blink-182 album from 2003.
mhm.
That's gonna be a good one too. Like, man, like the another one I'm kind of nervous about is the album titled Nine because I don't know any songs from that album at all.
Same here.
That's gonna be new for us, like 100%. But I'm ready for a challenge. It's just like blow up your video. Like I only knew like one song from that album before we listened to it.
Yeah. Um, Something that I wanted to bring up. Not too long. Well, the other day I should say. Um, a The wrestling world had got impacted the other day. Um, I forgot to say something at the beginning of the
It's
video,
okay.
but um, we wanted to pay tribute to the late great Jay Briscoe, who was just days away, like mere days away, becoming like 39 years old, and he he was a mainstay in the ROH for the longest time. Um, I think he's been there since like it began in like '02.
Right.
He won his first world title in like 2013. He's like a 13-time world tag team champion with his brother Mark, obviously. They're like a really well decorated tag team. Um, and it's like it was kind of shocking to hear that he passed away in a car crash. There was another person in the car with him, but I think there was two more people.
Yeah, it's like his children were in the car. One of them had to get surgery.
And it's like, jeez, man, it's like that's so fucked up. It's like so fucking crazy.
And we don't even
To
have any more like information about the crash. Like, was it a
mm-mm,
drunk driver? Like, was it like did something happen to Jay? Like, did he have a medical emergency and crash the car? Like, there's so many things that could have happened. Like, was there bad road conditions? Like, you just don't know. Unfortunately, I don't think we're gonna know for a little while.
mm-mm.
Uh,
But but our hearts and our thoughts and our hearts and prayers go out to Mark, the Briscoe family, his kids, and like his. I'm guessing his wife. I don't know if he was married or not,
yes.
um, but go out to his wife, his kids, his family, and especially his brother Mark, because like that's gotta be tough to lose. Like your best friend at birth, and then just lose him. Like just mere days before his 39th birthday, but I just wanted to take the time out of the schedule here,
It's
just
okay.
to.
No, it's fine. There's like no set topic here. Now, Jay Briscoe. Unfortunately, I never watched Ring of Honor. Unfortunately, they don't have it on cable up here,
Mhm,
and I don't have like a subscription to like a streaming like platform or whatever. I've only heard of the Briscoes just because of their matches they've had with FTR, and I
mhm,
like FTR. FTR. They've been wrestling for a while now with AEW, and before that they were in WWE and stuff like that as the Revival, I believe.
mhm,
Um, but yeah, that's the only way I knew about the Briscoes, and I was like kind of shocked that dude had died. I'm just like, really? Like, a lot of these wrestlers are like still dying young. Like Brody,
mhm,
when Brody passed, that kind of took me by surprise. It was really like the day after Christmas, and the tribute show
mhm.
that AEW did, just like, oh my god, it was touching because they had brought out Brody Lee's son, Brody Lee Jr. -1.
Um, and also they did tape a tribute show for Jay. Um, I think probably earlier yesterday, before Dynamite. I'm assuming. I really don't know. But it's supposed to be coming out on the ROH's YouTube channel and then on the streaming service Honor Club. Um, the best way to watch some of their stuff for the Briscoes and stuff like that is just to find it on YouTube. That's what I did.
Okay,
Uh,
well, thanks for the tip.
yeah. But it's like, yeah, it's just so shocking to hear it. And like a lot of people were saying like, rest in peace, brother, and all that stuff. And it's
I can't imagine
it's
how FTR must be feeling right now, though.
oh yeah, because like they just wrestled them now, like not too long ago, like last month.
Literally, like, wow. Again, God bless his soul. Our thoughts and prayers go out to his family, his friends, his
Hmm.
comrades, basically everybody that was associated with him.
Hmm.
My God. Um. So, jeez, why am I itchy right there? And I don't know. Like today has just been a really, really weird day. I woke up. Okay, fuck it. I don't care. This is uncensored. This is going out to the fucking pod. I don't give a shit. I'm 20 years old. Uh, I'm a man. Wait, I'm not a man, but Wait, hold up. Sidetrack here. You know that SpongeBob episode where Sandy, like, she's about to go into hibernation, right? And like she's
Yeah.
making SpongeBob do all these stupid, silly little games and like these like risky fucking acts and like a fucking like wooden roller coaster and needle in the haystack, and eventually just SpongeBob just ends up going to hide, and Sandy
Mm.
finds him, and SpongeBob's like, I am a man, and he holds up a fucking razor.
I am a man.
Okay, Sandy, I don't want to play anymore. I just can't take the games. They're tearing me apart. And he just fucking rips his nose off his face like nothing. He's like, what the fuck? That's the same episode where there's like a whole bunch of people from Bikini Bottom hiding under Patrick's rock, and Patrick comes home with like groceries and an ice cream cone at the end of the episode. He's like, who are you people?
Who are you people?
Okay, side note. Okay, back to what I was trying to talk about. I literally woke up this morning, had like a miniature meltdown because I don't know if y'all know, like when you go on when you go on Facebook, you go through your memories, it shows you like shit from however many years ago that you shared or posted, including stuff that you tagged friends in or past friends in. Now, usually when someone has you blocked, like when you go to look at those posts, their name is gray. You can't click on their name, that you can't view their profile, anything like that. Well, today I went through my memories and like something popped up that I tagged my ex in from like 2 or 3 years ago, and his name was blue today. Like usually it's gray, which means he fucking unblocked me. And I literally had a fucking meltdown because I'm asking myself, how long has that been like that? Like how long has he had me unblocked and been looking at my shit? Because like I have my posts set to public because like I have family and stuff that I want to see my stuff sometimes. Um, I'm like, how many days has it been since I saw a post that I tagged him in gray? Like I was like, okay, it had to have been a week because about a week ago I saw a post that I tagged him in, his name was still gray. So at that time I was still blocked. And then today I just realized I'm unblocked. Like, what the fuck? Are you stalking my page? Are you trying to see how I'm doing at life? Sure, you may think I'm a failure because I literally still live in my dad's house, but I'm happy. I'm
Yeah.
like feeling a lot better. I am happy. I've moved on. And as you can see, I have a hobby here. I do a podcast for a little side hobby, and I have a really good group of friends, and I've even reconnected with old friends who I haven't spoken to in a while. And I even added Corey to our group. Like he fucking plays with us now. Like that's cool. Like why did you unblock me? Like I disclaimer, I haven't talked to him since like December of 2021. So it's been over a year, and we broke up almost 2 years ago. This April coming up. I'm just like trying to figure it out. Like why all of a sudden did he unblock me on the Messenger app and on Facebook itself? Like why? Is he trying to stalk me? Is he trying to see if I'm failing at life? Because you may think I am, but in reality, I'm not. I am mentally fucking stable for once.
Right.
But today, like I said, it was just one of those days. Like, I tell myself this all the time. It's okay to have bad days while you're trying to heal. Not every day is going to be a piece of cake or a walk in the park. Like, today it was one of those days. I was just on pins and needles. I'm like, okay, is he fucking stalking me? But then again, why should I be upset about him stalking me? I'm fucking thriving right now. Yeah, I put on some weight, but I needed to because I stopped eating. Like I was like barely eating during my relationship and towards the end of the relationship because I was so anxious all the time and always on pins and needles. But yeah, like I'm thriving. I don't know why I'm worried about him stalking me. If he is, so be it. I don't give a shit. I'm happy. I got friends and excuse me. And I'm just really happy with how life has been. Music's been my savior. Music's been my life for the past now, and I really don't know what I'd do without it. Like I said, I got a really solid group of friends that I can trust and rely on when need. It's just I'm finally happy with who I am as a person. Like I'm comfortable in my own skin again. Again, yeah, I've gained weight, but I kind of needed to.
Um,
Sorry about that, Dystro.
no, no, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. It reminded me of a song that I will put at the song of the night at the end here. But it reminded me of a song that it reminded me of this song that kind of like was like saying like what you were going through, like you're trying to break out of your comfort zone a little bit, but like trying to maintain your comfort zone, but like don't pop my dirty bubble sort of
Yeah, I
situation.
still have a bubble. Like, don't pop my dirt bubble.
um, but yeah, it was like the song that I'm gonna do, like it'll be towards the end of the episode. Um, but yeah, it's like that situation. It's like it's I mean, we all have those days where it's like we always have like war flashbacks to like what had happened back then, but it's like, it's like at the end of the day, it's like as long as you talk about it and like you're just like, you know what, like I'm good. I don't it's like I'm not with that person anymore. They don't it's like if they it's like how am I trying to put it? It's like you're doing better than them in a way because it's like you got out of that situation
Yeah.
and you're thriving, because like you have a good group of friends, your music tastes and all that stuff has saved you multiple times, and your friends have saved you multiple times.
Hmm.
So it's like, and plus you have this, which you're, and it's like you and I, it's like we've been doing this for over a year. Well,
Yeah.
almost, well, a whole year, I should say. But like, it's like, it's like I'm so glad that you're still here with us, Marissa. I still say that because it's like I always keep saying like I don't know if I could have asked another person to be my podcast partner.
I mean, you could have asked Ken's or Corey, but
Well, I think Kent would have probably been like, what's up, bitches? Or been like just super quiet, like, all right.
and then Corey's just like, "Hey,
Hey,
why did I play that card?"
why did I play that card? But
um, yeah. On a serious note, by the way, I don't want to like discuss anything that's happened in the past right now because I've already done that.
yeah, go
I
listen to
I
that.
discussed it on an episode I did last year. You guys can go check it out. It's one of the older episodes we have done. It's basically spreading awareness about relationship abuse and stuff like that. Has some very trigger sensitive topics, so please be careful. Listen to that episode if you do choose to do so, because there is a disclaimer at the beginning of the video. So if you guys want to go listen to that, feel free. Again, listen at your own discretion. But yeah, the shit I have been put through is undeniably probably the worst kind of shit I have ever been put through and imaginable in like terms of mental and emotional state. Um, like I just said, in April, this April coming up will be 2 years since I got out of that relationship, and I seriously didn't think I was gonna make it out alive. Like I really thought I'd like, yeah, we're not gonna get into that, but that kind of thing. Um, I'm just glad I'm here. And if it wasn't for friends, music, just like finding myself again, like going outside, like in the summer, like going to the fair by myself is a big thing because I have social anxiety. And plus, I usually try to hook up with a group of friends. Like, I usually go with my dad's friend and his daughter because I'm friends with his daughter. I'm friends with my dad's friend too. He's cool as hell. He listens to my stuff sometimes too. So if you're listening, hi, how are you? Um, yeah, it's a big thing. I've definitely gotten out of my comfort zone because like when you go to the fair by yourself, you're with like there's like a whole bunch of people from like out of town, out of state, even out of the
Mhm.
country. And I've seen Canadians come down to go to the fair. Um, it's hard like if you have social anxiety because you're like, okay, is this person gonna want to talk to me? Like, oh my god, I gotta practice in my head what I'm gonna order for food, and it's that kind of thing. I still do that. It's just part of it. Um, and like I saw my ex at the fair last year. I don't know if he saw me. I really don't care. But I was looking damn good that day. I remember exactly what I was wearing too. My hair was short because I got my hair cut 2 months prior. My hair was
Mm-hmm.
like halfway up. I had my front part of my hair, like my bangs will come. I don't have bangs, but my bangs will come. I had them tied back. I had winged eyeliner on point that day. My
Mm-hmm.
contour was on point that day. I was wearing my black Vans, my black shorts, and I was wearing a Crisis of Faith Billy Talent shirt, and I had it tucked in into my shorts. It's a pretty big shirt. I was wearing that day. It was 85 degrees that day, I remember. It was the only 85-degree day for that week because the rest of the fair, you could think it was like 70s and 60s, which is unusual. I was looking really good that day.
Mm-hmm.
But I had a little like panic. Like I was like panicking, like, Dystro, answer your phone. Dystro, answer your phone.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I was
Blame
like,
my mom for that. Blame my mom for that because she was trying to talk to me about some fucking shit.
it's okay. I was like going home anyways, like soon. It was literally 10 minutes before I had to leave because like my dad was almost ready to come get me. And I literally saw my ex at the fair. I was like walking around with like food in my arms and like waiting for my dad to come get me at the gates. And I'm like, oh my fucking god, no way. Like, there's only 10 minutes left and I see him. Like, what the fuck? Like, why couldn't he have just walked in like 10 minutes later after I left? Like, oh my god. But yeah, I was like, I sure answer your phone.
Again, I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. I believe you. I know. But apparently that same night or the night after, I had a text from a friend of mine who said that she saw him there too, and apparently he was talking bad about me. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. And I told you and Ken's about this story too, like a
Mm-hmm.
lot. But it's like, really? Like we've been at this time we've been broken up for over a year. I'm like, really? You're still talking about me? Are you that obsessed about me? That I know I'm pretty, but you see, 2 years ago, that version of me wouldn't have been saying this kind of shit about myself. I wouldn't have been that cocky. Like 2 years ago, like that version of me was like really like in my shell, like insecure on the inside. And now here I am, like almost 2 years later. I'm just like, I don't give a shit. Like I know my worth. I'm fucking beautiful. Fuck you.
Goddamn right.
Golf clap. Golf clap.
Cup, 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 cup.
Like
And the crowd goes wild.
oversized clap.
But
Oh fuck.
uh, but yeah, it's like I'm kind of glad that you were like you came to me to like be like hey, I need you, I need you, I need you, I need you. It's like I'm like I'm
Well, the thing
sorry.
is, Ken's was in Cornwall. He doesn't
Well,
have a phone either. So like he would have been my you and Daisha would have been my first like I don't know like my first two go to I guess. 'Cause at this time Corey wasn't really like in our group. Like he was in
yeah.
our group, but he wasn't like in our group like he is now.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't even think Corey knows the full story of what happened. Like with everything, and I feel like I should tell him eventually, but.
Not right now.
It's
Uh,
painful to relive
yeah,
the trauma again. So like,
yeah. But so at the time of this recording,
yes.
I am 250 subs on my YouTube channel right now.
Wow, that's a lot of food. Wait, that's not what we're doing. We're talking
Oh
about YouTube.
my god. Oh my god. You think of food at a time like this?
Listen, it's my hoping, okay?
Yeah, you know, I got like chicken parmesan, I got Philly cheesesteak.
got the got the fucking carrot cake. I don't know.
Carrot cake.
Side note, I haven't had carrot cake in like fucking ever. I don't even remember the last time I had it. I think it might have been at the fucking Chinese restaurant I used to go to because they have desserts and stuff. I think that was the
Oh my,
last time I had carrot cake. Oh my god, that sounds really good right now.
oh my god. Uh,
But anyways, yeah,
but
you're like more than halfway towards
I'm
your 300 subscriber goal.
Yeah, and I have finished with 200 in early December, and then halfway through, like I was like, I think like I reached 200 by the end of December, and then I was going into January like gaining subs and stuff like that, and then it was like I think like maybe a few days in, like I was starting to gain some more traction again. So it's like towards the end of this week, like yeah, I'm like 250 subs and I'm like 50 subs away. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
Um, but I had done like since Mania is coming up, I wanted to focus some wrestling stuff other than Jay Briscoe's death, but it's like I want to end on like kind of like a positive kind of note a little bit. I did like a dream card for Mania this year.
Hmm.
I know it's not going to happen, but you know, whatever. Um, so I had asked Marissa, my lovely co-host, like how many matches should I do, and she said 7 each for both nights. I was like, okay. So I did one pre-show match for both nights, then ended up with just 6 matches on the main card.
Yeah.
Um, Pre-show match for night one, I'm just doing the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal for the
Oh, yeah, I
men's.
forgot about that.
I think everybody does. So since the Intercontinental title is probably not going to be properly defended on the show, probably, I had just decided to do a ladder match, but it's like a memorial ladder match to like Razor Ramon. Uh, but it's Walter versus Nakamura versus Ricochet versus Sheamus versus Miz, and versus an NXT call up, which is Carmelo Hayes for the Intercontinental title, which I think, you know, ladder match to kick off the show. That's pretty good. Like it gets
Yeah.
the crowd hot. But I put in like uh quotations. I put before the match, Brock takes out Lesnar or takes out Lesnar. Jesus. Brock takes out Walter before the match.
Damn. The fuck?
That that leads into the next night. You'll see where I'm going. But Carmelo Hayes, like he wins the Intercontinental title like on his first night on the main roster. Be- because I think he can do much more, like and have a benefit more than some of these people. Like Miz has held it like several times. Nakamura has held it maybe like once or twice, maybe. Ricochet, like him and Carmelo, like they have a good feud about out of it. And Sheamus, like he can win it somewhere down the line, but not here, sort of thing.
Yeah.
That's just my thought.
Ouch.
Um, Lynch versus Rousey, like that's gonna happen at some point. Like I think that's gonna happen at Mania probably. Um, Now the match that I really do want to happen is Usos versus Sammy and KO.
Yes, give me that match.
Now, I was kind of torn if I should do it for the SmackDown tag titles or the Raw tag titles, not both.
Hmm.
Because I think Usos running the SmackDown tag team divisions, like, that's fine.
Yeah.
Raw needs Raw tag team champions on their show.
Yes. Now. Oh my god. Ouch. Sorry. Jeez. Actually, wait. Never mind. Continue. I'm thinking of a different pay per view. I'm thinking of the Rumble because the Rumble's in like what, a week?
Yeah, less than a week.
A week from Saturday.
Yeah. Um, So I'm saying I'm thinking like maybe just Raw tag titles for that match
Yeah,
because
because
Sammy and
KO's
KO
on
can
Raw.
just because Sammy can just go over to Raw with KO and stuff, and then you can just run the tag team division.
That'd be cool.
Uh, Beth and Edge versus Rhea and Damian Priest. Okay, this might not happen, but I wanted it to happen. But I think originally I had Beth versus Rhea. Um, I mean that still could happen, but you never know. Another match that I think should happen. It leads into the Rumble. It's Big E versus Goldberg.
Ooh, okay, that's interesting.
Now I don't know if Big E will be cleared in time. Let's hope he did. He is.
Yeah, we haven't seen Big E in a while, like a long while.
He's still moving. He's still freaking bundle of joy. I know that, man. Uh, because like he's on like up down down with Xavier Woods and Kofi and stuff. Um, but I know like in an interview, Big E said like one of his dream matches was to face Goldberg.
Wow.
Which like I said, like it leads into the Rumble. It's like Goldberg like eliminates some people, like people that we would know, and it's just like gets like a few cheeky eliminations and stuff. But then here comes Big E, and like he just eliminates Goldberg like one fell swoop. But and that's what leads to that match and stuff. Now the main event. Oh boy. So Roman's gonna be on both main events for both nights. So for the first night, I'm gonna do Cody versus Roman for the WWE title.
Hell yeah.
Like I said, it leads into the Rumble and stuff. Cody did announce like, he was gonna be in the Rumble. I think he should just win the whole thing, but not like from a number 3 spot, like come in like later on so he can have some rest for his like and stuff. Cody wins the title there, but it's just for the WWE title.
Right.
Just because Roman doesn't care about that title. He only cares about the Universal title. That's what he cares about the most. Um, so that's for night 1. For night 2, I did a pre-show. I did Theory versus Montez Ford for the U.S. title. Now, I'm gonna try not to break up the Street Profits, but it's gonna happen at some point, I'm believing.
Yeah.
Because like Montez, like he's like the literally like kind of like the next like Rock-esque person.
Yeah.
Uh, so I think that's what's probably gonna happen. I don't really know. But this match, you're gonna hate me for this one, Marissa. So I'm putting Orton versus Riddle.
Yeah. Like it kind of needs to happen.
Like I don't know if heel Randy, like I mean we've seen heel Randy, but heel Riddle that would kind of like maybe shake things up a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
Um, but I put it as like no holds barred. They would have like so much fun with that.
That'd be kind of cool to see.
Um, Damage Control versus Asuka and another NXT call up, Saray, which she is freaking awesome. um, for the women's tag titles. Um, okay, so originally I had on one of the nights I had put Ray versus Dominic, but I really don't know if that would happen because Ray is not going to fight Dom unless he's retiring. That's what he had said.
Hmm.
So when Ray retires, he's going to face Dominic.
Damn.
So that's what he had said. Um, so I went ahead, just did Cena versus Logan Paul. Let the internet burn. um, now call back to the first match of the first night on the card. Walter, gets taken out by Lesnar. Walter versus Lesnar. Now that's gonna be beef on beef fest. Like lots of chops, lots of suplexes, lots of like whatever. Maybe give it 6-7 minutes, maybe because like we don't want to tire Lesnar out. Um, I'm gonna I'm doing Belair versus Flair. I'm gonna just have Belair go over there because like I'm not letting Flair win over Belair. Nah.
Right.
And the main event's gonna be Reigns versus Rock, just non-title for night two because like I don't think it needs the title to be like significant or anything. But I think Reigns getting the win over The Rock, like that will solidify his status as like the head of the table.
Yeah, I agree. That's a pretty solid, fantasy booking. Kind of like, yeah, like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
it's like well, it's better than fucking regular bookings, like 3 or 4 hour shows.
yeah, that's true. Oh my goodness! Wow, we are like running out of time. Would you look at that time?
Yeah, look at that.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed episode 3 of Shoot the Shit. Like I said, we're doing this once a month. This is a good way to kind of just mentally relax, unwind, get some shit off our chest that we need to, like that kind of thing, and just talk about whatever. Um, so, Daisha, what is tonight's song of the night? What you're talking about?
So, it is from a group called Beartooth.
Oh, I've heard of them.
Okay. I was about to say I didn't know if you did, but it's like, you know what? I'm just gonna go for it. It's from a group called Beartooth and it's called Skin.
Okay.
It it relates to so many things that you don't even know.
I'm gonna take a listen to it on my own time as well, like off screen. So
Yeah.
I'll have to add that to my need to listen to Spotify playlist.
Yeah, it's it's got a good message behind it because it's like there's like some people that are like not comfortable with their skin, like in their skin and stuff. And it's like what's the basic of the message is you like you don't have to be comfortable in your own skin, but just try to be comfortable in your own skin, sort of thing. Like like don't like don't care about like what other people think about you. Think of yourself as more than like think your think of yourself in that positive light instead of being like get dragged down like in the trenches by negativity. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm
Right.
getting.
That is a good message, though. Um, so that's tonight's song of the night. It's called Skin by Beartooth. So if you guys are interested in taking a listen to that, feel free to do so at the end of the video. There should be a link at the top right hand corner that pops up. Um, go take a listen. I'm going to do that as well on my own time. I'm going to put it on my Spotify need to listen to playlist. So I got a couple more things I need to discuss before we end. One being our next episode. So Dice Joe, I think this is going to be a really promising episode for us. It's going to bring back quite a bit of nostalgia. Well, this is not part of the nostalgia series, no. So our next episode, Billy Talent's album Crisis of Faith hits its 1 year mark on January 21st, which is this Saturday. And obviously, we record on Sundays, which will be the 22nd. So this Sunday, on the 22nd, we are doing the breakdown episode of Crisis of Faith. We're going to break down the whole album from start to finish. Um, Talk about the meanings behind the songs, how we felt when we heard them, and basically just rank them on a scale from 1 to 10. And then we're going to rank the album as a whole. I'm very excited to do this. I picked this time, of the month to do this because it's turning 1 year old. When this album came out, let me tell you, I was absolutely thrilled because I was still a relatively new Billy Talent listener. Um, this April coming up will mark 3 years since I've been listening to Billy Talent. So yeah, I think it's gonna be a really good episode. I'm really excited to do this. I don't know about you.
oh, oh yeah. Like when you had done it, or like when you announced it and stuff, I was like, okay, I'm already on it. Like I did the song meetings, I did everything.
Well, that's cool. You're already ahead of the game. So, if you guys are interested in seeing that this Sunday, feel free to check us out on that night. And one last thing. So, our good buddy Dean, also formerly known to the wrestling world as Duke Stump, he is releasing an album literally, I think, tomorrow. Tomorrow's the 20th. So, I believe, if I'm correct, he's releasing his new album. I'm gonna definitely have to spread the word about this on Sunday's episode. I'll post a link to everything so you guys can go check him out. He's a really good friend of mine, and he's also a really good friend of Dacia's as well. We did an interview with him way back on our show last year. I think it was our third or fourth episode
Hmm.
we did,
Third, I
and
think.
let me tell you, he's a really good person. I'm so glad he's my friend, and check his music out. Sometimes you gotta support, small, like, I don't want to say businesses, like personal projects. Like, you gotta like spread the word, like, how we're like a little small project, like we're a podcast. He's trying to do music, and like, come on, you gotta go hand in hand here. I'll help him spread the news. So be sure to stay tuned as well on Sunday's episode. I'm gonna let you guys know anything and everything you need to know on how to find his music. um so yeah, if you guys stuck around to the very end, we greatly appreciate your support. Be sure to go check us out on social media by clicking on the link in the description below, which will take you to the link tree. Has Dystro's gaming YouTube channel, which we just briefly mentioned before. Go subscribe to him. He uploads weekly, and I'm in there too sometimes. Some of my stuff's in there. So be sure to go check him out there. Be sure to follow us on Reddit, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok for updates on the podcast in case we can't upload due to technical difficulties or weather circumstances or just anything like that. Be sure to listen to tonight's song of the night, and that's it. Thank you guys for listening. We'll catch you guys this Sunday. Peace.
Peace.